Hello, this is Opinion Radar, and today we're diving into a tool that sparked serious conversation among workshop enthusiasts, the VEVOR Dust Collection System. If you've ever found yourself battling gritty residues after media blasting or sandblasting, you'll know the frustration of inadequate containment. This unit has drawn attention as a potential game changer for hobbyists and pros alike, promising to simplify cleanup and protect work environments. But does it live up to the buzz? In this review, I'll walk you through my hands-on experience, sharing insights on practicality, durability, and everyday usability. We'll explore how it fits into different workspaces, the nuances of operation, and whether its affordability comes at the cost of performance. Whether you're upgrading from a makeshift setup or seeking a reliable companion for frequent projects, this analysis will help you decide if the VEVOR system deserves a spot in your toolkit. The VEVOR Dust Collection System presents itself as a robust solution for any DIYer or professional tackling sandblasting or media blasting projects. With a 1.6 HP motor and a 1.8-gallon capacity tank, it's designed to handle substantial workloads without frequent emptying. The universal fit works seamlessly with most sandblaster cabinets and media blasters, making it a versatile addition to your workshop. Right out of the box, the unit feels solid, sturdy enough to withstand the rigors of regular use. Compared to older setups I've used, like a shop-vac-based system, this collector maintains suction longer, especially when the filter is clean. It's priced competitively at $93, which feels justified when you consider the performance gains over cheaper alternatives. Assembly, however, is where opinions diverge. The instructions, while generally logical, leave room for improvement. They feel like they've been adapted from an older model without full updates. Some steps aren't perfectly illustrated, leading to moments where parts don't quite line up as expected. Personally, I spent about an hour and a half getting everything squared away, methodically checking each component against a manual. The good news is that once assembled, the system holds together well. A few users mentioned needing extra fasteners or modifications, so I'd recommend keeping a basic tool set handy and perhaps sourcing a couple of extra screws just in case. Taking it slow and double-checking alignment saved me potential headaches. In practice, the collector performs admirably under typical workshop conditions. Using medium crushed glass bead as media, it pulls air through the system with noticeable force, enough to keep most dust and particulates contained within the tank. The filter requires regular maintenance. After roughly an hour of continuous use, it's wise to remove, tap out the accumulated dust, and reinstall. While it's not a flawless containment system, fine dust may still escape if you're particularly sensitive, so a disposable dust mask during operation is prudent. On the noise front, be prepared. The unit is loud. Even with hearing protection, the operational noise is significant enough that you'll want to schedule longer blasting sessions during quieter times or invest in earmuffs as a non-negotiable safety measure. This system shines in environments where mobility and frequent media changes are part of the workflow. I found it particularly useful in garage setups where space is limited and ventilation isn't optimal. Mounting it to a Harbor Freight glass bead cabinet was straightforward once I used rivnets for a more secure attachment. The portability allows me to shift the collector between projects, whether I'm finishing a patio door or prepping small metal parts, without wrestling with bulky equipment. One practical tip: always dump media from the bottom outlet before cleaning the filter. This avoids spillage and keeps the workflow smooth. For anyone working with finer media, like aluminum oxide or steel shot, consider upgrading to smaller blasting nozzles. The included heads lean toward coarser applications. The pros are clear: strong suction, durable construction, and a price point that undercuts many professional-grade alternatives. It's a breath of fresh air compared to clunky shop vac conversions that lose efficiency after minimal use. However, the cons are equally honest. The included hardware, screws, and clamps feels cheap and can strip easily, so investing in higher quality fasteners upfront pays off. The air hose and pickup tube could use stiffer material. I've had to replace mine after kinking slowed media flow. Noise remains a persistent issue, and the built-in light, while convenient, is too dim for detailed work. A few users, including myself, have found that adding a speed reducer or an external air filter, like a WIX42736, mitigates some operational quirks, transforming an adequately functional unit into a genuinely reliable one. Having run this system through several months of weekend projects, my takeaway is that it's a strong value proposition with a few understandable trade-offs. The initial assembly demands patience, and the noise level will test your ear protection resolve, but once operational, it delivers consistent performance. I've sandblasted everything from automotive parts to garden tools, and the collector handled each task without clogging or losing pressure, provided I stayed on top of filter maintenance. For the price, it's difficult to justify skipping this unit in favor of more expensive commercial systems unless you need industrial scale throughput. A few tweaks, upgrading hoses, adding hearing protection, and keeping replacement fasteners on hand transform it from a decent budget option into a workshop staple. In the end, it's a tool that earns its keep, balancing capability with the pragmatism of a well-built, affordable solution. If your workshop demands reliability, hit that like button and subscribe to keep your projects dust-free. Stay clear on future reviews, join the crew, and blast through more tools together. Your next upgrade awaits. Subscribe now and keep the air clean. Don't miss out. Tap in today.